Hey guys, hey, this is Nightcop34 and we are back still trying to find this issue or this problem with these triggers here at the Platter's factory. And what I've done over the last couple of days is I've went in and I've redone these again, all the triggers, and I still cannot get it to work. And here's the thing, here's what I've done. Over here at the Purina factory, these silo triggers, they're identical to the ones over at the Platters, but I took these triggers. Actually, I took the triggers from Campbell's Soup and brought them over here and duplicated them and all that stuff. But here's what I've got, and I went into the XML files. Messed around with those to see if I could see any kind of problem. No problem. I can't find any issue here. Let me move my camera just a little bit, and let's see how that looks. Okay. So here's the if I change, and I've done it, if I change, say, this trigger right here, and I change this silo trigger to, say, cat food, it still won't load the cat food either. So that tells me that it's got to be and the input triggers, they all work. So I don't understand why the output triggers won't work. Hey Damon, hey Tom, how you doing, buddy? So here's what I want to do. I went through this whole scene graph right here, and there's outputs 1, 2, 3, and 4. I even went to output 4 thinking, well, maybe it's number 4 and it's not working right and it's stopping the other ones from working. So I checked all that out yesterday, or the day before yesterday, which was Monday. So I mean, I spent a few hours on here Monday looking for the issue. I went through through the XML files looking for an issue. I went through the LUA files looking for an issue. Can't find any. So this is what I'm thinking. You see how this output triggers and the input triggers, all that is under Platter's factory. Because if I hit Platters right here, let me hit that, and I'll show you what comes up over in the scene graph. And I deleted all the user attributes, and I re-entered them one at a time. And I'll show you what I'm talking about once it gets over here. Okay, so here's my user attributes. And I don't know if you can see that, so let me get rid of the attributes themselves so the user attributes will pop up a little higher. So let me bring this up. And I don't know if you can see that. You'll be able to see some of it. But the player index, that's number 2. So all you do is you go up here and you say, okay, wait, I'm fixing to open the wrong thing. So player index. So you just go 0 to input, 1 to output, 2 to player. So 2 is right. Work index is 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. Work index is at number 3. Input, that's your input products, is at 0, and that's at 0. Output is at 1, and you go 0, and 1 is where output is. So I don't understand what the problem is as far as on this trigger, but there's something going on with this factory where the output is not working. So now I'm thinking, well, how about let's move the input trigger and the output out of the factory, so I can take and make actually what I'm gonna do, hold on. Actually what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make another transform group. Hold on just a minute, guys. I got a phone call coming in. I've been waiting for this phone call. I didn't think they'd call me back. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm sorry. Hey, Ziggy, how you doing, darling? It's been a while. Wow, I can't believe you're finally here. But here's what I've been thinking about doing. Making another transform group. Get the input and the output out of the actual factory. I even checked these out, these conveyor belts here. Thinking, well, maybe because the conveyor belt is in the same transform group, that maybe that's my problem. Maybe that's what's stopping it. But of course, I don't see why. I mean, I've got other factories that's got the input, the output, player, work, animation, and then a whole bunch of junk underneath it. So I didn't understand what was going on with that, but I figured, okay, let's try everything. And it wasn't the conveyor belts. These things are back here for the things to go up. You see this right here? It just, you'll see it going up, and these two here, one on each side, that's the 3 conveyor belts. Now this middle one had some user attributes to it that I deleted. And I saved the map and thought, okay, I'm going to delete these to see if the... Okay, guys, hold on just a minute. They're calling me back. They had to go for a minute. Hold on just a sec. Okay guys, I am back. So sorry, so sorry. It's just so funny. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for this call, and then I go online and they immediately call me. Wow, that's just crazy. But anyway, so the problem wasn't in these. There's just no way, because the user attribute stops at the work animation. It doesn't go any further. But there's still a problem here, and I don't know what it is. So here's my idea. To get the input, even though the input's working fine, I can duplicate or make another user attribute, and I can copy this, all of these from input down to work animation, get rid of it out of the platter factory and put it in its own transform group. I've seen that before on other maps where you'd have the factory and then you'd have all the triggers in another transform group. So that's the only other thing I know to do. Hey Sharky, David, how you doing, buddy? Let's see, I know, I'm sorry, a lot of... Okay, Ziggy, I understand. Paul, hey Paul. All right, so we're caught up with everybody. But that's what I'm thinking about doing is, of course, I don't know why, I don't see why that would make a difference, but I don't know what else to do at this point. So let me create the transform group and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And this is something that I've got to do within the map. I can't pull the factory out and then try to do it because I'm working with the scene graph instead of just the factory. So it's going to be a slow process. And then I don't know where these triggers are going to end up. So there's my transform group. So I'm going to grab this. And let me open up attributes. I'm just going to grab this right here, planters, not platters. Say it right. And we're going to name this planters. I think I'm going to name it planters fabric. That way I'll know that's the triggers. I still don't know why that would work. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to delete the whole transform group that I just created. But I'm just thinking, it's, man. No, actually, I backed up the map right before I went live, so I won't have to go back and change anything. Okay, so there's that. And then let me wait till GE lets me move. And let me bring this stuff down a little bit too. This is, come on. About right there. Move this down a little bit. Okay, so then I'm going to go up and I'm going to grab this input trigger. Okay, Dave, I sure appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, go ahead and rest your shoulder. I'll message you later. Well, here, first, let's do this. I'm going to go over and open up the i3D because I need some information off of there. So I'm going to open it up in the notepad. I just don't, I'm like at a loss. I don't know why this factory won't work. Hey Morpheus, how you doing, buddy? I don't know who I am, man. I think I'm like, I don't know, Buford Billy Bob. Okay, so I'm gonna look for fabric. Let me go all the way down and then go up. I'm in the let's see, I got the player index, I got the product per hour, work index, input, on create. Okay, so I got what I need here. So let me, that's a string. Okay, so I'm back at the map. Come on, GE. So I'm going to go with this planter's fabric, and I'm going to start putting in the user attributes so it'll pick up the factory. And this is the only thing else I know to do. So I'm going to create some user attributes. So player index, and that's going to be a string. Let me go over here. Yeah, that was string. Yep. I'm going to go product per hour, and that's integer. And I'm going to do that as a 2. Come on. 2. And then let's do product per hour as an integer. And let's say product per hour is 5,000. You can't see what I'm doing. It's behind my picture. I don't think you can. No, you can't see it. But I can get rid of the, yeah, I think I can get rid of the user attributes and move this up so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm just putting in the user attributes so the factory will work. Not the building, but the actual triggers and all that stuff. So then I'm going to grab, I'm getting this information off the i3D. And I'm going to go to work index. And that's a string, because it tells me it's a string. And that's going to be, what is that going to be? Number 3. So that's going to be a 3. And then let me go get, damn it, the input index. That's going to be a 0. All these settings are to make the factory work. And then I'm going to get the on create. That's a script callback. And then let me get what needs to go in that box. Okay, and then I'll get the output index. And that's going to be a string of 1. Now I just need to make sure that, like, the player index is in position 2 in the scene graph, product or the work index is in position 3, that kind of thing. So that's all done. Now let me go up here and grab this input, because I don't. Good to see you too, Morpheus. Oh, I don't know how this is what worries me, these triggers, they're going to scatter all over the freaking map when I go to put them in this. Damn. I know they are. I hope not, but I'm pretty sure they will. See, I wish I could just put the output in there and see if it's going to work. But then if I do that, it's going to start screaming for the input. It's going to just give me errors screaming for the input, so I have to do it all or nothing. What would be great is when I put it in here, if it actually just goes right in the spot where I need it. Of course, that would be asking for a miracle for GE, and GE doesn't work that way. They want to make it as difficult as they possibly can. Okay, so now let's see the damage. Let's see where resource 1 ended up. Probably way out there by field number 2. Come on. Yeah, way the fuck out there, you son of a bitch. Oh, fuck. I don't know if all you want to do that. I don't want to screw with this shit. Okay, so that's going to be honey. Jesus Christ. This is such bullshit. Hold on just a minute, let me grab a cigarette real quick. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna work. Because here's the thing, all these other factories, let me bring this down a little bit. I'm just looking at the common sense part of it. You look here at the platters, and here's the input, the output, platters, trigger, the work animation, all that, and then it has these conveyor belts, which is nothing. Because if I go up here to say any of these, like where's like Anheuser-Busch? Okay, look at all the shit Anheuser-Busch has in it, and it still works just fine. No, not that. This one. Go to 100%. Let's go down all the way down to, like, here's Budweiser, and here, look at all the stuff it has in it, and it still works just fine. It's got, and the standard, that's just garbage. That's just the ground signs and delivery crates and all that stuff. It works fine. So I just don't see how something, I just don't see how it would matter. If there was something wrong with these triggers, I'd be getting an error on them. There's nothing wrong with the trigger. And the input triggers work fine. I tested every one of those, and it still has this stuff in it. And this stuff below platters doesn't even matter because it's not even part of the scene graph. I could have every bit of this stuff in this same transform group, and these triggers, because of the user attributes, and I'm telling it, hey, input trigger is in position 0, output is in position 1, all that. That's all it's going to look for. It's not looking for this other garbage. So I just think I'm fixing to go through a lot of bullshit that I don't need to go through. I mean, I know how this thing works, and what I'm just reaching for anything right now, but God, I don't want to go through lining all this shit back up and after 3 hours of doing it, it's still not going to work. Damn it, I wish I could just... Son of a bitch. The hardest thing is the visibility nodes and line up the display again, and Jesus Christ. For what? Where is the display on this? Where's my displays? Hold on. I don't see the display, but it's here somewhere. Probably hidden back there in the dark. There it is. Let me slow down a little bit. Fucking ass. Okay, there it is, right there. Okay, son of a bitch. Out of all these factories I've done on here, I've never had to do anything like this. I just don't see. But it's not the, I even took the tractor, the mod tractor that I've been using, and switched it to just a regular in-game tractor, thinking maybe it's the tractor that's not letting me pick up the product. And that didn't work either. Fuck. Delete the Platter's Peanut Factory. That's next. Because I'm tired of screwing with this thing. I'm ready just to delete it and get it off the map. Because there's something, I don't know what it is, but it's screwed up as hell. Okay, so let's... Okay, where is the damn thing? There it is. Jesus. Remember, all these triggers work fine. Let me get the pallet trigger, move it over. Just don't understand it. But that's the only thing I can figure is move the triggers out of the factory itself in its own transform group and see what happens. Okay, there's that. Let's get the display. And I got to do this with each of these products. And then I got to go over and do the output. And that's what I really want, is the output stuff. Let's move this here. And now for the bitch of it all, the visibility node. Okay, they're not real far apart. Okay, good. Let me get the attributes. 0, nope, that's not going to do it. Weren't they underground? I see them right there. Okay, so now we've done number 1. Now let's do number 2. Hold on just a minute, guys. Okay, I am back. So now I'm going to copy resource number 2, bring it down. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. No, I've already got resource 2. Okay. I copied the whole yeah, that's right. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, so let me see what this is. This is peanuts. So let's, at least I don't have to deal with visibility. Oh shit, you know what? Holy shit. I gotta deal with this heap. God damn it. You know, I wanted to see something real quick. Hold on. Because of these, this is such a tight squeeze over here. I wanted to see if I can move these. See these right here? I want to move these over a little bit. Like center them. These telephone poles. Let me see if it's going to allow me to move them or if the whole thing is going to highlight. I think the whole thing is going to highlight, but you never know. Oh shit. Good. I don't even have to move them. Is that the only one that's highlighted? Lamp D. Okay, good. So I can just take these and I think it's, no, it's this. Let's bring these back a little bit, like even. Shit. Okay. See, I'll give us a little bit more room when we're coming through here. Yeah. And it's still going to light everything up. It don't need to be right on the edge right there. I just want a little bit more room, so that looks a little better. Okay, good. Well, let me get this one here. Let's see, what's my 0.08? Let me move this one back a little bit. Hey Billy, how you doing, man? I hope it don't light up every single. Yeah, it will. It's gonna light up. Yeah. Okay, that's okay. I can just go through, open this up, and see which lamp. Nope. Okay, so let me see if I move this. What else is it gonna move? Okay, that's not bad. Let me make sure it didn't get into the fence. Okay, that's good. That's good. Did it move anything out front though? Oh, all these it moved. So let's make sure it didn't. Okay. I just don't want one, you know, halfway into the fence is all. Oh shit, look at that. God dang it. No. Damn. Got one light. Let's see, how can I... Lamp, lamp, lamp. There's more than 3 lamps here. What's this? Oh, it's moving that too. Okay, I'll just leave that one there. Okay. So let's start messing with this God-loving heap. So let me get out of here. I sure hope this is what fixes it. I truly do. So I can close that out for now just to make it a little shorter. So let's get the tip trigger from resource number 2. Does everybody understand what I'm doing? I hope so. And see, once I get everything in place, then I can delete the other one. And if it doesn't work, I'll just switch back to the save game. And everything will be back like it was. Okay, so there's a tip trigger. Let's put that on top of here. Well, that's because that's going to take 20 minutes to finally get put on there. Let me go get a cigarette real quick. Well, thank you, Morpheus. Appreciate it. Hey, Morpheus. You see what I'm doing? What I'm doing, and I know you probably understand it, but the Platter's factory, the actual fabric, is what the i3D picks up, and it tells you, you know, where the input is, where the output is, all that stuff. I'm removing it from the factory itself in the scene graph, and I'm making it its own scene graph, or its own transform group in the scene graph. Morpheus, what do you think? You think that's going to help? You think that would fix the problem? Because I don't understand anything in the scene graph inside that factory that would stop the output from working. The input works fine. We tested every one of those, and every one works perfectly. I just don't see... Of course, I'm doing it because I haven't tried that part yet. Oh, shut up, Paul. You just like my lipstick, that's all. That cherry blossom purple with the built-in lip gloss. That's what it is. I know that's what it is. Even Paul comes out halfway out of the dark side to see my lip gloss. So I'm only doing this because this is one thing I haven't tried yet. I've thought about it, but I hadn't tried it. Okay, where's it at? Okay. Oh shit, okay, good. So all of it's going to be together. How is that? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I did do that. Okay, so that's got to come... Well, Morpheus, if that's the case, then I could, well, no, because I've taken it into GE all by itself, and I've exported it back out of there, which would make a brand new i3D file. And if it was corrupt, I would get an error on that, because it wouldn't load anything. The inputs would not work if that i3D was corrupted. Damn, Tom. You need to check that map for a tornado, Tom. That's probably the problem. There's a tornado in the area, and check it and see if you can find it. If you can, you know, play God for a second, get rid of the tornado. Problem solved. Okay, so let me look at this peanut heap, because that's going to be that should be a maximum and all that stuff. Okay, I don't see that. So why isn't that showing up? No, it'd be right here. Yeah, I know, it's not detecting it for some reason. But the nodes are showing up. As the factory's making the product, the nodes pop in there. Because I can add 60,000 liters and you'll go in there and there'll be cases of product in the output. So it's picking up the visibility nodes. Okay, so minimum is 2.54. So let me put it down at the minimum and see. Now see, the minimum and the maximum, if you'll see, is going to be totally different, because the transform group is out here by itself now. So, it does say 2.54. How is that possible? Okay. So 2.54. Okay, that's good. So it didn't change. So maybe I might be able to use the same numbers. Well, no, the same numbers are already there because I duplicated this. And let me get the maximum. So the maximum is 5.87. So let me test that. You know what might be easier, so I wouldn't have to go through this, is to duplicate the whole factory and just delete. Yeah. That might be, hold on. Here's what I'm saying, Morpheus. Yeah, I could do that and just delete everything else. Then everything would already be in place. So just go up here. I could duplicate it. And when it duplicates, I can get rid of all this. That. All this stuff here. All the way down to workers, because it would already be in the original one. Of course, I would duplicate planters, not this one, but this one. That would save a lot of time and a lot of work. Wouldn't that be it? Let's see. I could duplicate this right here. And all this would be in there already. And then it's still, yeah, let's do that. I'm just going to do that, guys. I would export the factory out of the map. You got it, and try again. Yeah, that's a possibility too. So I'm going to delete that. Hold on, guys. Okay, I'm back. Had to go to the little girl's room. Just had trouble getting my thongs back to line up again. You know, that's a real bitch every time you have to do that. Okay. So let me do what... I'm going to do what Morphus says do first. I'm going to take this... Well, I already did that. I have, because you see the Platters factory is at the bottom. You know, it used to be up here, right up underneath carton fabrics, but I deleted that one when I imported this one. It would, the part every coder hates to be in. It would be easier to start from scratch on the factory. What the hell? Well, it wouldn't be easier to... Morpheus, you know as well as I do, if I was missing a comma somewhere, I would get an error on that. It wouldn't pick it up. It would be an error. But it's picking them up. I mean, the visibility nodes show up. Everything except the loading on the trailer part works. Okay, so let me think. Trust me, if it's missing a comma, it's going to show an error. It's going to show it's not picking it up. And it won't say it's a comma. It'll just say it's not picking it up. It doesn't exist. It can't be found. I have to go in there and look for where the comma is supposed to be. Okay. Here, let me go get a cigarette. I need a cigarette to think better. Hell. Okay. I don't see how you'd say not necessarily. You know how GE is. Very finicky. The slightest thing, it'll throw up an error. Okay. Platters factory. Let me make sure I don't already have this in there. Okay, it's not. Good. I'm just thinking, if Morpheus is right, then I need to create a whole new. Let me cancel this. If he's right, I just need to export this factory with files. Once I export it back in, get rid of the old. Yeah, let's just try that. It ain't gonna hurt. So let me go into here. Let's see, it's Platters Peanuts. So I'm gonna make another folder for the new one, and say Planters Factory instead of Platters Peanuts. Platters Factory. Okay. Morpheus, I understand, sir. If you're right, I think what I'd do is I absolutely owe you a Happy Meal, but I think I would just run down, make an extra trip to like Burger King and get you one of those Junior Whoppers too, with the extra onions, the way you like it. I don't think you'd want the French fries, but I'd get you some onion rings to go along with the Happy Meal. So that way you'd have breakfast, lunch, and dinner all in one little carrying case with the big M's on it. And in between lunch and dinner you have playtime, because you'll have a toy with the Happy Meal, so you'd have plenty of playtime. And I think that's about all I'd owe you. Anything further than that would be overdoing it, I think. Of course, that's just my opinion, but I think I'd be overdoing it. It'd be like I'd be kissing ass, you know? If I tried to get you more than that, it'd be like playing kiss ass, and I don't want to do that. Okay, so I'm going to export selection with files this time. And let me go here. I'm going to put it in the new folder. So maps, imports, and Platters Factory. So I'm going to generate all new files, everything in this factory. Yeah. And then I'm going to pull this, I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to see if there's any kind of, let me change camera views. Always got to remember to do that shit. Oh wow, that was easy. Okay. And let me bring this factory up. And then I'm going to bring up the console to see if there's any kind of errors. Oh, here we go. Oh shit, that's just bullshit that it didn't bring over about the dirt normal and the mist and the bullshit. I don't know why it didn't bring that stuff over, but it never does. Why wouldn't I have a shared? I should have a shared folder. Let's see, platters, factory, shared. And see, all you have to do is go over to the original and get the shared. Imports. And let's throw that in there. And what other ones does it have? Shared, 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 shared. There's a texture, grass diffuse. So I don't have a textures. Should have grass diffuse. No grass diffuse. So let me go and get that. Grass and moss diffuse, I think. Yeah. So copy both of those and bring them over to the platters factory into textures and texture them. Okay, so that takes care of all the errors. Shared, textures, shared, shared, shared. Okay, so no more errors. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. I can save this. And once it's saved, then I can reload it and all those stupid errors will be gone. The milk? What are you talking about, the milk? Oh, yeah. Okay, I got it. Well, the errors are still coming up, so I'm just going to get out of here and open it back up. Let me change camera views once it opens, because all those errors should be gone. Let me, it's going to make me change camera views. So, here, and there. There we go. Okay, so here we are. So, let's grab this, bring it up. Let's bring up the... Okay, so see, no more errors. So I don't see what would be wrong with it. You know what I'd like to do now, really, is export all with files and put it... Let me do that. Well, let's see. What could I name it? Platters Peanut. Platters Factory. Just Planters. I'm just going to name this new file Planters. Planters. And there we go. And I'm just going to start from scratch. And all I'm going to do is take... And because this is the only thing on the map, or in GE, I can export all with files. Export all with files. Well, let me get this here. And export all with files. Go out of here. Imports. And look for planters. You see, once I'm done, I can get rid of all the other planters factories. So I'm exporting all with files. No, I do not. Let's see, parent. Do you want to get the parent directory structure? Yeah, let me say yes, because I'm exporting all with files. So there's that, and I'm going to get rid of here. Well, let's save it. Get out. Now I should be able to import, and it should pop up right where it is. And I'm I'm going to, there's planners, make sure I got the right one. Yep, right there. Okay. While that's importing in, I'm going to go grab some coffee. Okay, so that came in perfectly. Okay. Let me think how I want to do this. Let me see if I got any of those same kind of errors that it didn't pick up the, well, no errors there. Okay. Okay. See, I don't know if I want to get rid of this because I may need those triggers. I don't think that would fix it just by doing what I just did, but you never know, so I'm going to delete the first one. Well, I need to delete the first one anyway because I don't want it pulling from that other file that I created. So let's get rid of that. See, because I exported all with files when I was in GE, I made a new folder for platters. So it's going to be totally a separate, brand new factory. So this one here that you see, I just want to just bring up the console one more time to make sure there's no errors, there's no missed errors, no dirt diffuse errors, nothing like that. Because Morpheus said starts from scratch, that's what this is. This is the way to start from scratch. The only other way to do it is go back to PV Rivers map and export it out of there again, but I'd lose all my decorations, everything I've done, and there's no reason to do that. What I've just done is as good a new as a copy as you can get. So now I can go into my folder and let's delete those other two factories. I got to do it now because I'll forget about it, and then you'll have all these files in here you don't need. So Platters is the one. I'm going to get rid of Platters Factory and Platters Peanuts. Delete those out of the... so now we have his Platters. Okay, good. Now I'm going to save here. And then, yes, I'm going to go in game and test it to see if maybe that fixed the problem. If not, then I'm going to come back. I'm going to duplicate the Platters Factory again. And then I'm just going to have the triggers outside of the factory. And see if that works. Here, let me okay, it's still saving. While that's saving, let me I gotta make a phone call real quick, guys. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so that's saved. Now, let me change camera views. And let's go in game. Gotta have that. Okay. Okay, so let's go test it. Well, let me save right here so I don't have to keep doing those those mods, turning them off and on, and nope, it doesn't come up in the son of a bitch. So see, it's showing the visibility node, so it's picking that up. Why isn't it picking up the triggers? Okay. Hold on just a minute, guys. God damn it. Okay, I'm back. Shit. So, the only thing left to do now is to do what I was going to do in the beginning. So let's duplicate this. Well, is it going to do it or no? Okay, it's doing it. Let's see if this works. But this way I don't have to align everything. Everything will already be aligned. It's easier just to go through and delete everything off the second factory and just keep the triggers. Well, actually, I didn't want to do that. No. Well, maybe I did. See, I just wanted that in there. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, like the video, guys. Right up underneath the video on the left-hand side, hit the thumbs up. Like the video, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button so you'll get a alert every time I go live. Okay. See, I just really want that platters. Oh well. So let's do this. I'm going to get rid of all this junk. The lights, everything. Let me try something different. It'd be a lot faster the way I'm thinking. Because I've already got the i3D file, I can take it in and delete everything in GE by itself and then export that in, and it should be. Let me get rid of that. Be right back. Okay, so this is how I'm going to do it. I got the factory in, so let me go and open up the platters. And I'm going to change camera views so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Okay. So all I'm keeping is this. And that's the triggers and all that stuff. Everything else is going to go because it's already there. So I can just go down the list. See, this would take forever to do it in GE. See how fast that was? Wow. See, now I've got this. I can get rid of this and this. And this, because I don't need it. So all I've got now is the triggers. And let's make sure these are all correct. C2, 503, input. Let me, okay, player index is 2012. Working. But see, if that wasn't right, it would throw an error real quick. So, and then I'm just going to save it. So it saves it just like this. And because it's the same name, and I'll change the name once I get it imported, all I've got is the triggers. So save it again. Let's get out of here. I don't have to export it from there. All I gotta do is import it into here. As soon as GE catches up, I hadn't done a goddamn thing with GE, but it's wanting to, like, oh, let's just take our time. Not responding. And all I did was come over here. Here, let me make sure that I want it on the right camera. There we go. I want everybody to be able to see my cherry blossom purple lip gloss. Let me see, when I rub my lips together like that, it brings out the shine of the lip gloss. You know, it kind of highlights my lips. I started to get the ones with the sprinkles. What do they call it? The glitter. But I thought that was a little too much, so I didn't get the glitter lip gloss. Even the outside of the little tube had glitters all over it, and I was afraid that'd get on my fingers, get on my keyboard. I bypassed the glitter, guys. I just went with the cherry blossom purple lip gloss. See? There you go. Okay, let's import. Now that the mutual bullshit is over. Okay, so there's planners. Let's bring it in. Alright. Let's see if this works. I don't think it will, because I don't see what the issue would be with the triggers being inside the factory. Every factory on this map has the triggers inside the factory, so I don't know what it would be. But there they are, right? Oh, shit. God damn it, GE. Hold on, let GE catch up with me. Oh, fuck GE. You slow piece of shit. Well, let's just have a timeout, guys. Let GE. Oh, you son of a bitch. Excuse my language, but GE just really fucking pisses me off, because I know how good it could be. See, now I don't have to go through and I got the same effect without having to go through and line everything up. Everything is there like it should be. Damn, I'm so smart. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the platters, and I'm going to get rid of this right here, which is all the triggers inside the factory. Yeah, thanks, Douglas. I appreciate it. Okay, so I can delete that. Of course, I don't see why that would matter. But I've never had this issue before, so it's something to do with the factory somewhere. So now I'm bringing the triggers outside the factory in the scene graph all by itself. It's like I'm fishing without bait. I'm just fishing. Don't even have any bait. Okay, so see now if I click on Platter's Factory, the triggers and all that won't show up anymore, because it's in a separate folder. And we gotta wait on GE. GE's worse than waiting on a goddamn woman. I swear to God, it's worse than waiting on a woman. Okay. So now if I go down, you won't see any more triggers, because the triggers are in here. So here I'm going to name this that fabric will tell me that's where my triggers are. No, I don't think I'm going to do it that way. I'm not. I'm going to change it a different way. I don't like it that way, because this is not actually the triggers. This is just the first folder of the triggers. So let me open this up, and I'm going to name this Okay, and then I'm going to name where the triggers are actually at, name that platter's fabric. I wonder if there's no way that could be the problem, because it was named platters instead of platter's fabric. No. Now I'm reaching. And then I'll name this platter's fabric, because those are where the actual triggers are. And that's where the user attributes settings are. I'm just going to copy it. Click right here, platters, fabric. Hey Raj, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, Monday I worked the map, Raj, and I was just testing a bunch of other stuff and seeing if the conveyor belts was the problem, all that stuff. And then Tuesday my wife was off, so we spent the day together. I just want to see if I got planners spelled right. Planter. Okay, I do. I never won a spelling bee contest, so I just want to make sure I have that shit spelt right. Okay, so now that it's outside, I'm going to save it. Well, let me make sure these... I know it is, but I just want to double check before I waste the time going into test. So input is at 0, and if you'll look right here, you can't see it because of my picture. Here, let me get rid of the picture here. Hold on. Okay, so now we're here, and now my picture is not in the way. You can see input right here is 0, and that's where that position is. And then output trigger should be 1, and it is. Output at the bottom is 1. Player trigger is at 0, 1, 2. So I look for player index, and it's at 2. I will look for work animation, which should be 3. And work animation is 3, and I have the on create, which is create fabric script, so that'll pick it up in the i3D as a factory. Product per hour is 5,000, which is not on this list, but it's got to be on here. So that looks good, so I'm going to save it, and then we're going to go in and test it and see if is the triggers being inside the factory like all the other factories are. Is that the problem with this Platter's factory? Damn it. I keep lighting a cigarette and letting it sit over and burn up. Hold on. Let's see if I can smoke this one. And thank you, Raj. I appreciate that, buddy. It's good to see you back online, he said. Okay, so that's done. I'm going to change camera views. Need everybody. This time, the hell with the history. Let's just cross our fingers. Go ahead, everybody, cross your fingers and let's see what happens. I know it never works, but hell, the trigger's not working anyway, so it can't hurt. Okay, so there's that. Oh shit. I gotta save it real quick. Hold on. Because it hasn't picked up the triggers yet. Let me save. And then I'll quit. And let me quit again because I need to go into the game and change to this because I need to go into the game into the what is this shit? No, don't do any of that. Get out of there. No, I don't want to save it. So let me, I've done that. Let me go back over here and save it because I had the i3D open. Polish, I don't think it should work. I don't see why pulling the triggers out of the factory into its own folder in the scene graph is going to make it work. That makes no sense to me, but it's not working, so I got to keep trying something because I don't know what to try anymore. I'm just over here. I don't know why the screen went black. Hold on. Oh, it went black. Let me bring up the well, I gotta wait till it saves. Hold on just a minute. The game's saving, so hang on to the black screen a minute. Yeah, I blame Jeff too. It's a Jeff error is what it is. As soon as this gets through saving, I'm in GE in the map, saved it, and I'm waiting for it to save so I can continue. Because I got to go into the traffic. There we go. Okay, so let me go into the traffic. I got to bring that up so it'll pick it up. Farming Simulator. I'm going to go to Save Game 3, bring up the traffic folder, and then I'll change camera views. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. So then I'm just going to do a search for Peanut. And Platter's Fabric. There we go. And I know it's Platter's Fabric because that's what I named it right there. I know it says Fabric Script, but you remember I named the silo triggers now Platter's Fabric. So I'm going to go in here to the peanut butter and make that 60,000. Peanut oil. I'm going to save it. Let's get out of here. Now I can change camera views to 3 and launch the game. No, I'm not deleting it all. Hell, let's just delete the whole map and start from scratch. Oh, that would be hell to do. So let's see if this is gonna work. Let's keep our fingers, toes, everything crossed on this one. Because like I said, I still don't. I'm going to wait till this. No, I turned that off. Okay, good. Do I have 60,000? Damn it. Yep. And it's still not working. need to move all of these lights. They're too close to the edge. I want to move all those damn things out of my way. Oh my god, what the fuck is wrong? It's showing 60,000. Right here. There's the pallets. Yeah, Jeff, this is a Jeff error, buddy. That's what this is. We're looking for the error, the Jeff error. Oh no, Jeff. We're just giving you shit, man. No. You don't know nobody an apology. I'm the one that, once you said Platter's Peanuts Factory, I said, hell, that's a hell of an idea. So no, it's not your fault. I'm just giving you shit, man. Okay. Okay, now I know I can delete the map and put the backup one and put everything back like it was, because this is not the problem. Okay, hold on, let me bring this up. Let me empty the trash so I know what's in there. Delete this one. Oh wait. I'm going to have to close out this map. No, I don't want to save it. Huh, imagine that, not responding. Not responding GE. Jeff, what the hell are you talking about, man? Stop that bullshit. Man, I was just giving you bullshit. I was just giving you a hard time, just picking. It's nobody's fault. You don't owe me no apology. You didn't put me through any work. The thing's not working. We'll figure it out. Okay, so now I can go into... So I'm going to delete the factory farm I've been working on and bring in the backup map and then back up the map again so I have a backup copy. So we'll bring this over. Okay, give me a minute. Let me make the backup copy. The screen's going to be blank for a minute. I gotta... But Tom, man, or Jeff, man, I was just giving you shit. It's nobody's fault. It just ain't working. I mean, I've had issues with, not the same issue, but I've had issues with other factories that I've put in and trying to make it work. It's nobody's fault. Now, I thought the Platter's Peanuts idea was a great idea, and I still do. Okay, while that's backing up, here, let me change. I hate that black screen. So let me see where can I go? Well, I can't go anywhere right now. Okay, so we're just going to wait for that to back up, and then I'll be able to open it back up in GE. Morpheus, when I sent you the map, did you test the silo triggers also? 'Cause I'm thinking maybe it's something in my mods folder that's stopping it. I don't know. The backup is at 46%. Okay. Sorry for the black screen, guys. It's just backing up in the background. I don't want to continue nothing unless I have a backup of the map. Because if I screw something up, I need something to fall back on so I don't lose the whole map. No, Jeff, you don't owe me no apology. At all. Man, we're just trying to fix a problem. It's nobody's fault. You didn't do it. I didn't do it. It's just a problem. We are at 78%, guys. Yeah, Tom, that's exactly right. Freaking GE. Hold on for me just a minute, guys. Hey, buddy. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm back. Let's see. Alright, so I think now I can open up. My backup is done. So let me bring this over. I'm just putting everything back like it was because none of that helped. And I don't like the idea of the trigger being outside the factory anyway. But if it was going to work, that's no problem. I'd do it. Okay, so I'm going to open up the i3D file and bring the map back up. And let's figure out something else. No, it was a spawn trigger, Morpheus. It wasn't a silo trigger. They had a spawn trigger, if you know what that is. It's like the pallets just spawn. And I don't think it's an auto load. It was well, I don't know if you had to pick them up manually or not. Let me think. No, I don't think you picked them up at all. I think it was an auto sale. They spawned, and when they got so many pallets, it just automatically sold. And I've had a lot of factories, a lot of the PV Rivers map, all those were like auto sale stuff. Everything he had on there, always an auto sale, and I hate auto sale. You know, it'd make 3 or 4 pallets, and then the 4th pallet would sell, and then when it get to the next pallet, it would sell automatically. So you didn't have to pick them up and take them anywhere. They just automatically sold, and I hate those. That's so unrealistic. So it was auto load on PV Rivers version 3, Mike? Because he had a spawning trigger. So I don't know how that really works. I mean, I know how it works, but it wouldn't work on this map. Guys, I'm sorry about the black screen. The map is loading in the background. As soon as it comes up, I'll switch the screens to the i3D map. And guys, like the video. Right underneath the video on the left-hand side, you'll see the thumbs up, thumbs down. Hit the thumbs up for me. Okay, now it's loaded. Let me change camera views. There we go. Okay, so let me bring up his map real quick. I want to go take a look at it. There it is, PV Rivers version 3. I'm going to launch his i3D. And let's just take a look at the triggers. But I mean, most of the factories, not most, but a lot of the factories on Factory Farm I took from PV Rivers. So, and all of them were auto sale and spawn triggers. So I'm just trying to think. I'm just going to take a look at the triggers. Once it loads, I'll be able to change the camera view. Smoke them if you got them, guys. That includes you too, Jeff. Smoke them if you got them. So it was auto load. Now, Mike, when you say auto load, does that mean you pull up the your trailer or whatever trailer you're using, and then push down on the controller or hit R and it auto loads the trailer? Is that what you mean, Mike? Yeah, me too, Paul. Paul, I really think, sir, if you came out of the dark side, I think that would give light on the factory. I think that would help a lot. I'm just saying. I'm just making a suggestion, sir. So he had the Planters Peanuts in PV Rivers, the original. I don't remember seeing the Planters Peanuts on PV Rivers map. Because if that's the case, I'll go pull it from there. Or at least go, well, no, because the triggers always delete his triggers and use mine. Okay, it's almost loaded. Oh, a flatbed trailer, okay. So let me change camera views. Come over here. Now this is where I got it. This is what it looked like when I first got it. Let me wait till fucking G. Okay. Let's wait and see if it'll let me move around. Thank you, G. Piece of shit. Okay. Now here he has your inputs are two separate ones, and then the output was just one trigger, and it was listed 3 times, you know, for each one for each. Oh hell, where's the trigger? Really? Huh. Ground decals. Okay, somebody has to. Let me click on the actual factory. Yeah, PV17, yeah. Oh, PV17, I was talking about just PV. Shit, I don't know. Let's see. Well, that's really weird that it's like it doesn't have the trigger. Because I'm clicking on it and all it's doing is giving me the ground sign. See, look at that. That makes no sense. Okay, well, let's look at this one and see if this one has a trigger. Shut up, Billy. The force is strong with me. Okay, so here's the... I don't see the... Well, how would you pick up the damn... Is it over here somewhere? That makes no sense. Silo triggers. Okay, I just saw something that says silo triggers. Let me look at that again. But it's not coming up. Where'd it go? Silo triggers right there. I think it was this one. Okay, there's that silo trigger. Where's this one? It should be right on top of those ground displays, but it's not. Oh, it's in the center. There is no... You just got to be lined up. See, in the field type, see, no drop-off effect is silo trigger. Got the field sound. Yeah, that's fine. I could add that, the field sound file name, so when you load, but I've already got a generic. Got right on the ground too. Wow. So what do they have? 1, 2, 3 inputs, honey, pallets, and peanuts. Wow. So it is a silo trigger. So you can, it is going to be an auto load. Okay. Okay. So everything's back like it was, but one thing I want to do is go over here and move these lights. These lights drive me crazy. They're just too close to the edge. Okay. Thank you, Douglas. Oh, night, Douglas. I'll see you later, buddy. Okay, so we see how many. Oh, shit. Nope, can't move that. Damn. Oh, well. Okay, so much for that idea. Just gotta figure out what in the hell. No errors at all. I guarantee you when I find it, it's going to be something so simple. But the problem is, here's my problem with this. I have messed with these silo triggers and put them into I've put them into factories over 100 different times. I know well over 100 times. And yes, I've had a few of them not work right, and then I replaced the silo trigger with a new one, and it works. I've never ever had this kind of issue. So I don't know. Okay, Mike, I appreciate it. So let me think. Capacity, factor, fill type, name. That's it. That's all you need. output. Should be nothing there. Okay. 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 So let me go up here. Let's just look at the cigar factory. Solid trigger display, that's it. I mean, that's all you need. Two, three, four. I tested the Marlboro factory. Output, it's going to have the solid trigger display visibility nodes. That's it. 2, 3, 4 fill. That's the same thing this one has. Identical. It's got the solid trigger, 2, 3, 4 fill, effect, automatic trigger. Automatic trigger, effect, fill. Yep. Display, visibility nodes. Display works because it comes on and says I got 60,000 liters. Absolutely, Andy. Mike, it has it pat but looks the same as the one you showed in Rivers. Yeah. Yeah, Jeff, you don't know it's no explanation, man. Your business is your business. Ain't none of our business. So, we understand. You don't know nobody no explanation for nothing. Let's see, I'm just... But see, I duplicated this from the Campbell's soup. Campbell's soup works fine. Okay, I'm going to try something. It's a little crazy. Let me save. I'm going to eliminate output number 4. Just to see if that could be the freaking issue. Because see, with number 4, I had to do a lot. I had to go into the i3D file of the field types. Like crops on a field, I had to go into that i3D and add the textures for the shells, and then go into another i3D file to add it to the file, and then add the textures to the folder and to the field types or to the fruit types. I had to do a lot with the shells. So if I messed one of those things up, that could stop them from working. I just thought of that. But once I get through saving, I'm going to delete output 4 because I got a backup map. So if it starts working, then we know. And but I don't see how. See these silo triggers, even though they're in the same transform group, they're separate. each one is its own entity. It's separate from the other. But it could, I don't know. You never know about GE. You never freaking know. So let's see. Okay, so it's saved. I'm going to take output number 4. Because I will say, if all the input and output triggers are not there, or the inputs, let's just talk about the inputs. If all of them are not installed, I can't go in and just test one, because it's not going to work. The display is not going to work. They all have to be installed. Now, if I only have one input, then it will work. But if I have 3 in there and I haven't installed them yet, I haven't done any of the user attributes, and it's showing 3 or 4 inputs, I got to put all the inputs in there first. So let me delete the output number 4. Wouldn't that be crazy if that's what it was? Something that I screwed up in the i3D or something. But Maverick is the one that walked me through this thing as I was doing it to change the shells from, I mean, and he's pretty clear. And I followed his I did the same thing from the video when I put in tobacco. And tobacco was a lot more in detail, putting in that fruit type as opposed to the shells. But let's see. I mean, it's got to be something, right? So let's just see if that's it. I'm going to save. Because if that's what it is, I don't need no freaking peanut shells. Fuck peanut shells. Here, let me go get a cigarette real quick while this is saving. And a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. Well, the peanut shells was in PB Rivers version 3, Paul. So I added them to here, and you can use them the same as you would use wood chips. You can sell them like wood chips. You can use them for the fuel at the board pallets, all that. So, okay, so I'm going to change the camera view, go in game, and see if that helped. You know what, before I do that, let me, I know GE, let me save this thing again, because I've got 3 outputs, and, you know, the more and more I think about it, I think that's the problem. I think that's going to be the problem. Maybe there's something that I screwed up on the peanut shells. But would that stop? I don't know. You never know about GE. I know if one, because I've got 4 inputs listed. If one of those, but see with the inputs, if one is messed up, the display is not going to work. And it's the same as the output, but it's showing that the trigger is okay. The trigger works because all the displays work. That doesn't mean that there's not something wrong in the background with the peanut shells. And that could stop because of the input triggers, one not working, none of them will work. It might be the same with the output. Yeah, I can always put it back, Tom. I got the map backed up, so. Okay, so now I'll change the camera view and let's go into the game and see what happens. You fed the peanut shells to your cows? Yeah, see, I don't know if you could do that. You could. If I could add the peanut shells to that. But if this is the problem, all I need to do is go into the i3D where the peanut shells fruit types is listed and see where the problem lies. And fix that. Then at least I'll know where the problem is with the triggers. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Won't you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor like you. I feel like I need to be taking off my slippers or something, or putting on a freaking sweater, you know? Wanted to live in a neighborhood. You know, I used to watch that show all the time until I got older and the guy looked like a child molester. I was like, holy shit, my kids ain't watching this guy. He looks like a child molester, but he wasn't. I mean, he was a freaking Marine. What drama, Jeff? I'm sorry, I'm not reading the texts as much. I just look for my name and stuff. What? Yeah, stop saying sorry. You're good, man. Oh, you've been feeding them to your cows in real life. Do you use a flashlight when you feed your cows, since you're on the dark side? I'm just asking. But Jeff, man, you don't owe nobody no apology, man. You're being too hard on yourself. Calm down, man. Breathe. Breathe, man. Hold on, let me reply to this text real quick. Let me see how to spell nauseated. Nauseated. Nope. Nauseated. Sorry guys, I just gotta answer this. Okay. Okay. Sorry. I'm starting to feel like Jeff now. Sorry. Just give me shit, Jeff. Calm down, man. Okay, let's see what happens. Not a goddamn thing. So. What in the... is there... Oh, look, there's no product there. What happened to my fucking product? Jesus Christ. Okay, hold on. Let me save, and I gotta get out of here and do it all over again. Jesus. I put product in there. I don't... That's GE for you. Okay. So I've got to bring up the save game 3. I'm just going to do this real quick. There's the... Oh, it just took me right to it. Good. But it's at 0 now. Son of a bitch. I don't understand that. Okay, so peanut butter. Why is that like that? I want to bring this over. I just like everything lined up. Okay. So now I can bring it up, and what you're, as soon as it that pulls up. Okay. Anyways, yeah, it's taking a while to load because I made changes to the file. Finally. Okay. Now let's go check it out. Nope. Still don't bring up the trigger up there on the menu. Damn it. Well, I was going to try to make a U-turn and go into it another way. There we go. Yep, trigger's working. Oh, shit. It's like everything I try, nothing works. It's gotta be something in the files. It's gotta be. Why am I not getting an error on it? Okay. Let me go around. Save it right here. I'm gonna bring up the log and see if it's showing anything. Okay. Okay, so let me damn it. So I'm gonna bring up the log and I'll change the camera view. There's the log. So let's see if it's got any errors. I know it's gonna have those 3. That's funny, it doesn't have the peanut oil. It's got the peanut butter, it's got the honey roasted, the cat food, the dog, the Beneful, but not the peanut oil. Why? That's also a product. So why is it not picking up the... It's not picking up, well, the peanuts is not there. So let me do this. I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to delete the old map again. We got to go through that process again. So let me delete that. Yeah, thank you, Andy. Don't listen to Paul. Okay, let me, I gotta close this out. Because I want to put the peanut shells back. So instead of going through all that work, I'm just gonna delete the folder and bring in my backup and make another backup. Damn, damn, damn. Nikita, no! Sweetheart! No, 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 no. You're supposed to be on my side, Nikita. Not on the dark side. Pat's side. Right? Holy hell, what's going on? Nikita! You're on my side, remember? Okay, so let me delete this one. And I'm going to bring in drop this down. Damn, Nikita. Holy hell. Ain't that some shit? All this time I thought you were on my side. I guess Miss McGillicuddy's the only one that's truly on my side. Damn. Oh, damn, Nikita, I gotta have a cigarette after that let down. Hold on. Nikita, you can't be on the dark side and be on Pat's side. Pat's in the light. See, Pat, he doesn't get his trash cans freaking stolen, okay? That's what the dark side does to you, Nikita. Shit you don't even think about gets taken. Who would have thought about a trash can being stolen? That's from the dark side, Nikita. So come on. Come into the light on Pat's side, and you never will lose your trash cans. What more could you ask for? Right? Correct. Okay, the backup map's at 40% right now. As soon as it backs all the way up, I'll bring the map back up. And any suggestion, guys? Anything? I mean, like, can we like burn half the fucking platters down a little bit? Set the shit on fire. Send the half-assed trained fire department out there to put it out. Hire some security guards to direct traffic during the fire. Something. Andy, I don't blame you, buddy. I feel the same way. I'm devastated too. To find out that Nikki is not on Pat's side, she's in the dark side, that's just devastating. What the hell? Holy shit. And Nikita, if I may bring up the fact that Paul from the dark side never once, not even thought about it, not even once, about saying, ma'am, please be careful when you walk to work. Ma'am, please make sure you have some pepper spray or a stun gun or something. I see, Pat's side cared about your own personal safety. Paul from the dark side did not. I'm just saying, I'm just bringing it up to prove my point. Pat's side is better than the dark side. So, anyway, you just take that for what it's worth. Come on, Pat, make FS7. Shit. Morpheus, I'm trying, man. I really thought that I may have screwed something up with the peanut shells. I thought maybe getting rid of all that. You know what I might try? Hell, I shouldn't have backed up the map. I should have deleted all the products but one. That's what I should have done. And see if I can just load that one product. Miss Nikita. Miss Nikita. On the light side, the Pat side, we've got Shogun. We got Chinese wok. We got all kind of Chinese shit over here. Everybody from the dark side and the light side's got to eat. Same restaurants. Same stuff. Because they're all in the neutral side, okay? The restaurants are not on the dark side or light side. They're just neutral. Because they want from both parties. So, don't think you have to be on the dark side to eat Chinese food. Hell, we got freaking chopsticks and everything. So, there you go. Okay, so I backed up that. Let me change the name here. Okay, I'm fixing to bring up this map again. There we go. Close that out. And let's go back over here. Open it up. Okay, I'm launching Factory Farm again. Paul. Mr. Delusional Dark Side Paul. That is not true. From in the dark side, you can't even see what the hell you're eating. How do you even know it's Chinese food? In the light side, in the Pat side, you can see because there's lights on. It's not the dark. Ah, Nikita. I just thought you were loyal to me. That's all. Thank you, Andy. Really? Holy shit, that was a dumbass cop right there. I would never arrest a female for having a stun gun. I'd pat her on the back and tell her she needs a gun to go with that stun gun. Just waiting for this freaking map to load so I can switch the camera views. Okay, it's finally loaded. Holy shit. Who would have thought? Okay, we're back. So, taking the triggers outside the factory doesn't work. I'm just wondering if it could be... Okay, so now what I'm going to try is something that I don't think is going to work, but I'm going to try it any freaking way. Right here. What if it's the platters? I don't know. Output. Because we know all the input works. And it wasn't number 4. Wait a minute. You remember number 3, the peanut oil. It was not registering that it needed a field type image. So let me take a look at that. Why wasn't it registering that? Because it is peanut oil. P-E-N-T, yeah. Well, it's going to be the same because I duplicated the damn thing. Silo tray, display, visibility nodes. Okay, it's there. Why wasn't it picking that up? Let me look at number 3. See if the field type is correct. See, there's peanut oil right there. I got capacity, factor, field type, name. That's all I need. And let's look at silo trigger. Yep, peanut oil. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Automatic. Effect is 4. Fill is 3. Yep. 0, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. Why is it not picking this up as a... Well, I'm going to get rid of it. Absolutely, Jeff. I don't know about you guys. We have a Second Amendment that gives us... But see, we don't need the Second Amendment to give us the right to carry a fire. That's our God-given right to protect ourselves. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to delete the output number 3. I'm going to save it and go in the game and see if that works. If that doesn't work, I'm going to come back out and delete number 2 and see if that works. If that don't work, I'm going to bring the map back in, delete number 1. See if that works. It's a process of elimination. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to save. Let's see, probably when I'm done drinking. Yeah, stop drinking. I don't know, I've got some issues that are going. Buddy, I understand the break. Sometimes in this GE, I got to get a break too. When I first started, I went like 5-6 months straight every day working on this map. Just before I ever even released it. And even after I released it, I just kept going and going. So it was like 8 or 9 months before I ever took a real break. And I just had to get away from it. Sometimes even now when I'm doing these lives, you know, I want to come back the next day, and then the next day hits and I'm like, you know what, I don't even want to screw with that map today. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what the issue. So I just take a day off and get away from it. But Monday I wasn't live, but I didn't take a day off. I was going around there on my own, just concentrating on what it could possibly be, and I did a lot of changes. Had a backup map, so I had to keep putting that map back in there because whatever I did didn't work. Okay, so now let's go into the game. Oh, I gotta change camera view. I'm gonna get a black screen, but it'll go away in a minute. It's only black because Paul put a curse on it. He likes to see the dark side in between windows. You know, I go from one map and then go into the game, and he kind of snaps his fingers and makes everything dark for the dark side. What the hell, the dark side? Especially women, what? This country's full of yellow-bellied dudes wooden. Yep, I agree with you, Andy. You know, the weirdest thing, Andy, about liberals is for the life of me, I can't understand how they believe what they believe. They just generate this huge lie and just preach the gospel about it on CNN and all these places like it's a fact, and they just made it up. And now all of a sudden they don't want a wall. They don't want, really, you want open borders. So criminals, terrorists, I'll tell you what, let one of their family members, like let Nancy Pelosi's grandson get slaughtered by an illegal alien and see how long she defends we don't need a border wall. How about that? Guarantee you she'd change her tune. But since it don't affect her, I guess, well. Okay, that wasn't it. So let's get out of here. Quit. Okay, so we'll get out of there. I'm going to go back to the map. And take this earpiece out. I don't even know I got it in until I see it on the screen. I'm going to delete number 2 now. I got to wait for GE to say, okay, you can go now. Okay, wait till number 2 highlights and we'll delete it and see if that's the issue. Guys, I don't know. I don't think this is the problem, but I don't know, so I'm just process of elimination. I'm just shit, I don't know. But it would seem like if it's something in the XML file, like the mod desk, for example, or the trailer mod desk, or I would get an error. An error would pop up saying it can't find this or it can't find that, but the triggers are all registering because all the displays are on. When I add product to each of the silo triggers or the output products, they show up, the visibility nodes show up, they show up in the display. It's like everything's working just fine until you go to load the trailer. Macy, what are you doing? Get over here. Come here. Come here. Let me pick you up. Okay. So I don't know. Just waiting for exporting to stop. Okay, so that's done. So let's go back in game and see. You know what I'm going to do this time, though? I'm going to go in, save, get out, and relaunch. So it will pick up the fact that those 2 products are actually gone. Okay. And while that's loading, let's see. Okay, I'll be right back. You guys miss me? I'm back. I know Nikita did. Nikita missed me. Miss Kelly missed me. Or Miss McGillicuddy. I know you guys miss me. I know it. You're like, where's Pat? Oh my God, he left. Oh, I can't wait till he comes back. Oh, yes, Rod, she does. Absolutely. So does Chuck Schumer. Could you imagine for a moment if Chuck Schumer's daughter was raped and killed by an illegal alien? Holy shit. The wall would be built or start being built tomorrow. She wouldn't even be buried before he'd be like, yeah, we need the wall. Yeah, imagine that. But these angel moms, they don't give a shit about. Oh, you know what? I wanted to go. No, I wanted to save and go out and come back in. Let me back up. Hey, little Miss Bugs, how you doing, darling? Where have you been? Oh my God! Hold on just a minute. Hold on, Miss Bugs. Stay right there. Don't go nowhere. Cause see, Miss Bugs, unlike Miss Nikita and Miss Kelly, is not on the dark side. Little Miss Bugs is on Pat's side, right, Miss Bugs? That's right, Pat's side. She likes Pat, not dark. Correct. I just want to get over here. Hold on. I just want to say hi, Miss Bugs. How are you doing, ma'am? Welcome back. Oh my God, where have you been? I mean, I called 911. I sent out a search party. They looked and looked and looked. I mean, freaking highway patrol, the rangers, they were looking all over for you, ma'am. Where have you been? Oh my God. Holy shit. Welcome back, darling. Welcome back. Okay, I just wanted to make sure these... Okay, both of those are gone. Good deal. Excellent, Miss Bugs. Excellent. Okay, and thank you, Miss Bugs. Thank you so much for your comments on the video. I really, really, really appreciate that. So, thank you so much. Hold on just a second. Somebody just sent me a thing. It says it's a police officer. It's got a woman pulled over, and it says, "Ma'am, did you know you had a tail light out?" Her response is, "No, officer, because I drive from the inside of my car." Smart ass. Miss Bugs, I've missed you, Miss Bugs. It's like you just abandoned me. I'm out here all by myself with all these vultures around me on the dark side. Don't you feel sorry for me yet? Did you miss me at least? God, I hope so. Okay. So we've got that. So I'm going to go back over. Let me change the scene. And now let's launch again and see what we can do. Not you, Jeff. I know you didn't miss me. I was talking to Miss Bugs. Shut up, Paul. Thank you, Tom. See, Tom's on my side. Miss Bugs is on my side. And yes, absolutely. I don't know what Farm Sim is. I mean, I have no idea what it is. Is that like a Facebook game or something? I mean, honestly, I don't know. Okay, so let's launch. Miss Bugs, you need to come... You need to come on, once I get this factory to work, and these triggers, you need to come on Factory Farm, because we're going to do a multiple player. All of us are going to get in there, and yeah, you need to come in and play with us. Absolutely. Wait, what did I say that was funny? See, I say so much bullshit I can't keep up. You gotta. Can you refresh my memory, Miss Bugs? Okay. I did. Now, Miss Bugs, I think, didn't you like my page on Facebook? I think you did. Yeah, I think so. Oh, yeah, the lady. Yeah. I drive from the inside of the car. Yeah, I was like, honestly, I pulled this guy over. It was about 1:30, 2:30 in the morning. And he was drunk. And actually, no. I didn't pull him over. I got to remember everything that happened here. I didn't pull him over. He was already pulled over the side of the road. But the engine was going. And that's what attracted my attention, because you can see, at 2:30 in the morning, you can see the exhaust coming from the tailpipe. So I rode by, saw it was on, went down, made a U-turn, come up behind him. I tapped on his door, got out of the car first. Obviously, if I'm tapping on his door, Jeff. And I tapped on his door and I said, "Hey, buddy." And he rolled down his window and I said, "Man, go ahead and step out of the car for me." He said, "Oh, man, I'm too drunk. I can't. You get in." And I like lost it. I'm like, what the hell? I'm too drunk. I can't get out of the car, so you get in. What the hell? But that's what he said. "I'm too drunk, man. I can't get out. You get in." Like, okay. Obviously, you know, he was a little bit drunk. Okay, is it number 1? Okay. So I'm going to quit here. Obviously, that shit did not work. Here, I'm going to search you on Facebook real quick, Little Miss Bugs. I think you already liked my channel, though. Or not my channel, my, no, I don't see anything about Little Miss Bugs on Facebook. Okay, well, hell. No, he should not have been drinking and driving. Absolutely. He was a little bit intoxicated, ma'am. Okay, so let me change camera views. And this is what I'm going to have to do. Little Miss Bugs, can you tell me what's wrong so I can just go ahead and fix it? That would be wonderful. I've already done 4. Maybe it's 1. You think it, yeah, it could be 1. Oh, you're on Discord? Let's see. Yeah, Morpheus is on Discord too. I got that. Oh, let me bring it up. I don't even know what my name is on Discord. I think it's just Pat Patterson. I think. I'm guessing, of course. Because I don't use it that much. Oh my God, recruiting robot hamsters. I don't want any hamsters. Let's see, what is my name on here? Hell, I don't even know how to find out. Oh yeah, it's Pat Patterson. No spaces. All lowercase. So yeah, there you go, Miss Bugs. It's Pat Patterson. I wouldn't even know how to... Unless you try to talk to me, like Morpheus or like Maverick. I talk to Maverick on here. I wouldn't know how to do that because I don't mess with it that much. Let me get back over here. Okay, Tom, you have a You have a great, great night, buddy. Hey, Black Hawk, how you doing, buddy? Guess away. I don't want to guess. Can I have multiple choice? I do a lot better with multiple choice. Hell, give me true or false. That way I got a 50-50 shot. You know? Okay, guys, hold on just a minute. Let me, I got to go and get a cigarette because this shit's getting to me. I'm getting stressed out now. Stop. Jody, stop. Macy, get up here. Oh, here, let me get this. And for those of you who have not liked my Facebook fan page, Nightcop 34 Designs, there's the link. So go over there and give it a like and like the page, because when I release this map, that's where it's going to be released to. So you'll get all the updates on that page. So that would be great. Yeah, it's an easy name, Little Miss Bugs. Just Pat Patterson. But I'm not the wrestler. That's not me. I'm another Pat Patterson. Different. Okay, so here's what I need to do. I need to close this out. Oh, shit. Yeah, let me close this out. I don't even need to save it because I'm going to delete it and put the other one back in and come in and delete number 1 and see how that does. Okay, so you're on the other map. So let me go in the background and get the map and delete it. Yeah, it is just that Patterson with the U.S. Marshal badge. What does that mean? I'm not a U.S. Marshal. I'd have loved to have been a Texas Ranger. That would have been, yeah, oh yeah, that would have been nice. But not me. I was just a peon cop, just one of the grunts. Did what I was told sometimes. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm making a copy of my map, so I have a backup. I'm in the background doing some stuff. Yeah, there you go. It is Pat Patterson. Okay. That's my Discord. That's what it was showing down here at the bottom. I didn't know if that was my name, my username for Discord or not, or if that's just what I put as an identifier. But then I had I thought my handle was Nightcop34 in here, and then I just put Pat Patterson over the top, so I was the only one that would see that. But again, I'm not real familiar with Discord. Like I said, Morpheus, if you don't send me a message, I have no idea how to go in here and like send a message. So yeah, Miss Little, let me get over here. What was Miss Little what? What was it? I think I just called you Sexy Butt, I think. I don't think I said Little Miss Bugs. I just said little, Sexy Butt. So yeah, Little Miss Bugs. Yeah, go in there into your Discord and search for the Pat Patterson and see if I come up. I don't know if I do or not. Okay, the backup's at 40%, guys. Yes. Oh. Yeah, I called you sexy butt. I didn't call you Little Miss Bugs. I say it because I'm a butt guy. So, yeah, sexy butt. Now we're at 52%. We're getting there, guys. But any suggestion on what the problem is, guys? I'm open to suggestions. We're at 76% and counting. Okay, you found me on Discord. I was hiding. See, I'm not good at hide and go seek, as you can tell, because you found me. Miss Sexy Butt, I'm a lot better at red light, green light. I'm not very good at Simon Says, because I don't like that shit. But hide and go seek, I'm not very good at. That's why you found me so easily. But you get into red light, green light, I'm real good at that. I can also play a mean game of toss across. You know, the little darts that you throw in the air and they put them in a circle. Yeah, toss across. We're at 93%. Okay, so it finally backed up. Let me move this over. I got to change the name of the map back because I put a date on the backup files. There we go. So let me go in here. Now I can bring the map back up. And we're bringing it back up. I got to wait for it to load now. Oh, yeah. That's... My son did all that, man. I didn't have anything to do with that. He did all that. He set up the Discord and all that stuff and put that ridiculous badge on there. I'm not a U.S. Marshal. Never have been, okay? Just a A city grunt police officer. That was it. Of course, they many times the chief, even the mayor, because I was friends with the mayor because of some stuff that happened years prior, but they've all wanted me to, take the lieutenant's exam, take the sergeant's exam, I didn't want to do that shit. I like traffic, and I was a traffic unit, and that's all I wanted to do. Just let me do my traffic. Send me to school for accident investigation levels 1, 2, and 3, and they did. And I could work fatalities. I could work all the traffic accidents. I loved doing that. I loved putting the puzzle back together on how the accident happened. I loved doing vehicle searches and looking for drugs and suspended license and all that. That was my thing. But it takes many people that like different things to make a department. Some people love being a detective. I don't want to be there after the fact. I don't want to go around asking a bunch of freaking questions on, 2 weeks later on how something happened. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a detective. I worked in the detective department for about a week, and I had enough of that shit. And I only went in there because they got overloaded and some people were sick, and so I went over there. And I didn't like it at all. So I was just a grunt. So, but I was proud to be a grunt. I loved what I did. Okay, so we're back in here. Okay. So we're back here. Let me see. Go back down to planters. So now it should have all 4 of the products back in there. And I'm going to remove number 1 just to see if that's, because I've removed 4, 3, and 2, and that wasn't the problem. So let's see if it's number 1. Okay. I just don't see how this is. I don't see how that's going to be. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to change the camera view, didn't I? You guys are still looking at the same crap. Hold on. There I am. Okay. Good deal. Still don't see. Okay, I got rid of number 1. I'm going to save it. What the hell? Okay, we got to wait on we got to wait on the computer application. So that means Pat Patterson is a hell of a lot quicker and faster than a computer application. So there you go. So I'm going to save it. Finally, it caught up with me. The hands are quicker than the eye. Did you know that? Watch. See? Told you. Hands are quicker than the eye. Oh, good. Okay. I'm trying to keep myself occupied instead of waiting on GE now. And it seems like when you're occupied, GE works quicker that way. Okay, so let's... okay, so now I'm going to go in-game. I'm going to save it, get out, and go back in because you need that output to register that it's no longer there anymore. So let's go in, start. Well, I didn't keep myself occupied long enough because I'm still waiting. At least I'm not, well, in a way I'm still waiting on GE, yeah. Here, let me go grab a cigarette. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Did you miss me? No, you didn't miss me. Okay, so let me turn my controller on. Well, we've gotten rid of everything. Oh wait, shit! It did away. Hold on, I gotta get out of the. Let me go ahead and save it, because I gotta go in and add some products real quick. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let me open up the save game real quick, and I'll switch camera view so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, in the vehicles file, get over here. I got to go in here and add product to the factory, so I'm just going to do a search for peanut and go down. And there it is. So right here I'll add, see, peanut oil, peanut shells, and honey roasted. So good, that means it's not picking up the peanut butter. So let me highlight this, go here. So peanut oil, peanut shells, I don't care about the peanut shells, but I've already done it, so I'm going to save, and let's get out of here, close this out. And now we can bring the, let me change camera views back to the game, and now we can go back in there. on, let me get... Mason, get up here. Mason, get up here. Come on, get in here. Come on. Come on. Okay. Sorry guys, I got my little Yorkie. She was down there and the Papillon, they were arguing, so I don't like to hear that barking in the distance. Oh shit, I can't drive. Hell, I'm too drunk. You get in. Okay, that one didn't light up and neither did that one. Damn it. Okay. I just don't know. Well, we figured out one thing, guys. It's not that. It's not the outputs. So we've narrowed it down. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm just thinking, shit. Okay, so here's what I need to do now. Well, I'm going to do that in the background. Guys, I've been on 3.5 hours. I'm going to call her tonight. I'm going to keep at it. Tomorrow, I'm going to start going in detail through the XML file and the mod desk, the trailer, everything. I got to find this problem because we know now it's none of the triggers. It's not the shells. It's not the triggers being outside the factory. We tested all that. So, but I'm going to call it a night and I'll be back tomorrow. It's going to be about 5 o'clock, I guess, maybe 4, 3. I don't know. It just whenever I feel like jumping on here. But we're going to figure this out. I mean, it's like a vendetta now. I've got to figure it out. There's no way I'm giving up now. There's a problem, but we've narrowed it down to where I think it's in the XML. Even though I went through the XML files and they looked okay, there's something missing. And Morpheus, are you still here, sir? While I'm waiting for him to respond, let me run to the little girl's room. Stop. You stay. What do you got on your face? Come here. Stay. 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 Okay, I'm back. Did you guys miss me? Okay, let's see. Morpheus, are you here? Are you here? Let me know. Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so let me get out of here because I'm not keeping this map because I deleted product number 1 and it's easier just to get the map back to my backup file. But anyway, guys, I'm going to call it a night. I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know, sometime tomorrow, hopefully. If I'm not, don't get discouraged. I'll be back the next day. But I just need to figure this thing out. So, but guys, you guys have a super blessed evening. I appreciate each and every one of you. Let me get back over here so I can see what everybody's. Okay, Morpheus, you have the map. I sent you the map, and I haven't done any changes really to the XML. If you've got time, if you could go through the BD XML, the map XML, and just kind of look it over, see if you see anything, and I'm going to do the same. So, guys, I really appreciate you showing up. You guys have a super blessed evening, and we'll see you next time.